Got back pain after 18 holes of golf and want to remove that lingering pain? Here are 8 moves that are going to help to relieve that back pain. But first, let's establish why golf causes back pain. Number 1 is because of the constant rotation movements, and number 2 is because of poor mobility, and the third and last reason for why golf can cause back pain is when we have compensations at certain areas due to weakness anywhere from our lower chain down. So let's establish one of the first exercises that's going to be very, very helpful for this purpose of relieving back pain. It's called a cat camel. Now, with all of these exercises, and one of the indications that the back pain is more severe or there's actual issues in terms of degeneration or changes in your body where you have an injury that's more significant than just achiness and soreness is if you have radiating symptoms like pain or sharp sensations going down your leg, or if you have a constant aching pain that lingers several days after having played golf. That's an indication that you want to talk to a PT first and get some specific guidance, because there's more likely an injury that's long-standing there. So hit the link in the description to talk to a PT first for a free guided consultation on what exactly you should begin to do to diagnose what's going on with your back. Now, first exercise is called a cat camel, where we're in this position, we're on all fours, and we round that back out, and then we arch that back in the opposite position. Round the back out, arch the back. Now, when we go into this rounded position, this is going to be very helpful for helping us to activate our core and get a nice strong core. And going into this position where we arch our back is going to help if we have things like a herniated disc where our disc is bulging. This is a really great one that we show a lot of our patients. So you want to hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds in each position and do about 10 to 15 of those and go from there. The next exercise that we want to think about is a seated trunk rotation, where we're here sitting in our chair and we're going to put one hand on the same side of our leg and rotate to the opposite direction. This is important because one of the reasons why we get back pain with golf is due to rotation limitations. So as we rotate, we're getting a nice good stretch there, holding it for about 3 to 5 seconds. Again, 10 to 15 of those. And we want to think about doing it on both sides. We're going to rotate, and we want to encourage our body improving its mobility over the process of time. So again, 10 to 15 repetitions, holding it for 5 seconds each time, and placing some force on that opposite leg to help you get some more mobility there. All right, our next exercise that we want to think about is called a dead bug. So when we're doing this dead bug exercise, we're here on our back and we're just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to move our opposite arm and opposite leg at the same time. It takes a little bit of time to go and get that coordination. So focus on one side first and do about 10 on each side. You'll feel that core activate. And once we do this, what we're actually doing is helping our body not only improve its core strength, but our ability to have durability when we rotate, because we're moving our body in the oblique planes. And then we're going to do the other side as well, doing just like this. Important move for golf, to be able to have core stability as we rotate through different sections of our lower spine and our trunk. So when we progress this, we're going to be able to do opposite side or alternating. But first, we can start off just doing one side at a time, and that'll be very helpful. All right. Now, the next exercise that we want to do when we're practicing or preparing to be able to improve our golf swing without having lower back pain after 18 holes of golf is what we want to do is called a bird dog. So this bird dog exercise is similar to the cat camel in that we're in on all fours, but it's also just like the dead bug because we're going to be moving opposite arm, opposite leg, and we're going to start off one side at a time until we get that coordination. We should be doing 10 to 15 of these, switching sides, just like so. And when we get this coordination down, we can alternate. And this is going to help our body readjust to having stability when we're moving in what we would call abnormal motor patterns, which is just like when you're swinging for several hours and you're loading your core and your spine unevenly in one direction. So think about it, every time we swing, we're loading our spine in one direction, and there's an abnormal amount of stress on one aspect or particular region of our spine. These exercises are going to help to reverse that and to stop that. The next exercise we want to think about is a hamstring stretch. Couple ways we can do this. We can be right here in our chair sitting down, chest up nice and tall, and we can lean down and stretch that hamstring. This is going to be a really good one. But one of the things that we can do to make this better is to actually mobilize our hamstring. So this is a static stretch. We're not moving, and this is going to be great for overall flexibility. But if we want our hamstrings to be able to free us up and to allow us to swing better and have less back pain, we can also do this in a fashion where we're actually moving our hamstring, which I'll show you in a moment. So this is a great one, an easy one where you can just simply prepare to have more flexible hamstrings over time. And on the golf course or in different settings, we can be in this position and mobilize that hamstring by kicking that leg straight up, just like this, and holding it for 5 seconds, again, 10 times or 15 times. This is a great way to warm up, and we want to do it on each side. 5-second hold, 10 times, just like so. And this is a really good one. Alrighty, so our next exercise that we want to be able to do is a hip hinge. Super important exercise to be able to do. And I love doing this with weights. But if you've never done this before, the first thing that you want to be able to do is know how to do this without weight. So when we do this exercise that's called a hip hinge, what we're doing is we're almost doing a deadlift. We're going to actually bend at the hip, not at the back. So if we see our back is hinging or bending out, we don't want to do that. We want our back to be nice and straight. You might even take like a broom or something or dowel and be able to keep it at your back to make sure that you stay straight and you hinge at the hip versus bending at the spine. That's going to be a very big differentiator in terms of what makes this exercise effective or not. So when we're here, we're going to hinge at the hip, going to feel those hamstrings tighten up. You're essentially doing a deadlift kind of position and coming up, squeezing the glutes. This is a very important one. The more load we can handle in this deadlift position, this hip hinge position, the better we're going to be able to tolerate forces as we rotate our spine. So this is a very great one because a golf swing is a dynamic motion, and we want to be able to start off in the easiest planes of motion that don't cause pain. So this is a basic plane of motion. Squeeze those glutes, activate that core by drawing that belly button toward your spine. Boom, come up, squeeze the glutes. This is a great one for golf. And if you're not doing this exercise to keep your back nice and strong, you got to get into it. All right, the last two exercises for our 8-move routine to help relieve back pain and to get a stronger back to be able to play 18 holes of golf is going to be our bridges. So it's going to be a really great exercise that we can do easily on our back. Squeeze those glutes just like that. Now for an exercise like this, this can be really easy for people. I might knock out 2 rounds of 25 of this. Again, if you're just trying to relieve some of that back pain, you might start off with 10 to 15 repetitions. But once you're in a place where you're trying to do a routine to help strengthen, prepare your back for 18 holes, I might do more of these on an off day to help my body get nice and strong. And then on days when I'm playing golf, I would do 10 or 15 or maybe just 25 or 30, 1 round, just to activate and prepare those muscles. I'm really squeezing those glutes every single time I lift and feeling my core activate. And this is a very great one. You can have hands here on the side or hands crossing your arms. That's going to be fine either way. And the last exercise we want to do is called a side plank. Two ways we can do this. We can do legs extended. This is going to help with our obliques and our core stability. We can do legs just like this. This is a great one. Or we can do knees bent like so. Whichever is more tolerable for you. Make sure that hip isn't sagging, nice and high. And we're right here. This is a great one. And as always, you got to make sure you get both sides. So once we finish this side, we can flip over and do the other side. All right. So we're holding this position for 15 seconds to 20 seconds, or for those who are a little bit more advanced, 30 seconds to even 45 seconds. If you're a beginner, you can start off with your knees bent, doing it for 10 seconds to 15 seconds. If you're a little bit more advanced, 15 to 25 seconds, and then 30 to 45 seconds for those who are more proficient and advanced at that level. So these are the exercises, a part of our 8-move sequence that can be very helpful for relieving back pain and being able to play golf longer. All right, so we showed you 8 mobility and stability moves to help improve your longevity when it comes to playing golf every single time you play. And these exercises can be both used for a warm-up routine as well as being able to heal and relieve lower back pain. It's all in the dosage of how many repetitions and sets you're doing and how difficult you make these exercises, which determines whether it's an intervention or something that you're using to actually help your body get nice and strong. So we can make this as easy or as challenging to be a routine to help you build strength and power to improve your swing, or to just be able to help you relieve discomfort that you're currently feeling. So the benefits of these exercises is that they can help people who have arthritis in their spine, who have degenerative disc disease or herniated disc, or other conditions like sciatica. When we position these exercises and prescribe them in a specific way, this is gonna make a tremendous difference in how it is able to apply to your specific body. So if you found this video helpful, like it and leave a comment. Let us know what you found most helpful about this video. You can also share this video with somebody that you know it'll be helpful for them to watch it, and subscribe to our channel because we make videos for how you can stay healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile. It's Dr. Toby here. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want special guidance on how to apply these exercises to your particular situation, whether it's to improve your swing, whether it's to limit back pain, or whether it's to actually heal a condition that's stopping you from being able to play golf, just hit the link in the description to talk to a PT first, and we'll see you in the next video.